Hi, everybody. I'm Andrew Mitchell, the Associate Director here at the UNH Center for Business Analytics, which is a center and an organization that works with real businesses on problems related to business analytics challenges, and just how this project sort of developed. So I'm excited to introduce Maddy Warren. She's an ambitious, driven, very soon to be MBA graduate here at the University of New Hampshire. As a sustainability fellow with us, she's brought so much to the Center for Business Analytics. And really, no matter what challenges arose during this project, and with any project there are those challenges, she addressed them head on with optimism and hard work and found solutions where others may have just given up. So I'm confident here that her work she's going to present with you today will have impact long after she's finished her role in it. And so just want to say we appreciate everything she's done. And without further delay, it's my pleasure to introduce Maddy.
Thank you, Andrew, so much for such a wonderful introduction. Like Andrew said, I have been working with the UNH Center for Business Analytics over the summer on food waste reduction through data-driven insights. Next slide, please. So the two big issues that my project is based on in America is food waste and food insecurity. Annually, about 30 to 40% of total food supply is wasted, and 40 million people are unsure of where their next meal will come from. So there's two sides involved with these issues, which are donation providers like grocery stores, restaurants, and food producers, as well as donation receivers like food banks and food pantries. And what I found is that donation providers who have leftover food are either calling or emailing people to take it off their hands, which can be very time consuming, or they are just throwing the food away because there isn't a easy or simple process out there for them to consider donating with. And for donation receivers, I found that they sometimes struggle to secure a consistent and diverse food supply for their communities. So what's the solution to this? Next slide, please. Well, introducing FoodShare. FoodShare is my software idea that addresses both food waste and food insecurity issues at the same time. The platform allows donation providers to donate excess food through postings instead of just throwing them away. And these postings will have detailed information about each product, like quantity, expiration date, size, storage needs, and where to pick them up. And then in turn, these donation receivers will be able to view these postings that allow them to access a wide variety of food donations to choose from. And this makes excess food always in circulation, making edible food go in the hands of those who need it, and donation receivers will always have food to give the communities they serve. And you won't need to worry about the legitimacy of the organizations who are providing and receiving this food when registering, along with providing the organization's name, address, email, and number. Both sides would also have to provide licenses, permits, or certifications, so you can trust these organizations. And just some examples of the software. The images shown on the screen are the dashboards for both donation providers and receivers that can be accessed along with other tabs once approved. And this will show a quick way of viewing donation and order history, like who donated and received the product, if there's any issues, how many donations have occurred, and also a way of viewing current ongoing orders, which shows what product and quantity is being donated or received, and the order status, which will continue to be updated and send out notifications showing real-time tracking. And overall, FoodShare just streamlines the donation process for both providers and receivers, offering a one-stop shop. It's time-saving and simple, and some other great things are that it allows tax deductions for donation providers, and it's free. Next slide, please. So some exciting next steps for FoodShare are it will be passed off to the computer science students at the center to start developing. Eventually, it'll be made into an app. Potentially, FoodShare will use UNH students to deliver between suppliers and receivers, and hopefully expand outside the reach of users on the test site. And then hopefully FoodShare will be officially up and running by the end of 2024. I want to thank Andrew sincerely for all the help and advice he has provided throughout this entire process. He's been a big portion of it, and has just been a great mentor overall. This project has just been really eye-opening on the amount of food waste and insecurity in America, and I'm really excited for FoodShare to make a positive impact on these issues.
Thank you, Maddy. So we have a couple questions for you. Just thinking if we had anyone interested on this call or elsewhere that could be a donator or a receiver, how would they go about getting involved or possibly using this tool?
Right. So kind of the first steps of FoodShare, how I have it laid out, is registering. So you would put in your company's information, and then provide legitimacy, some paperwork for legitimacy, and then once that would go through, hopefully getting approved, then you would be accessed into the portal where immediately you can see other, if you're a donation provider, you can start putting in your products to donate. And so on the receiving side, they will see a list of donations available, the quantities, expirations that they can choose from and grab from. So it's kind of once you get that registration process down, it's an immediate connection.
Great. It seems like it'll be simple to use and straightforward for all involved parties. Another question we have for you. Were there any moments or experiences during the fellowship that really resonated with you, or furthered your interest in this topic or other sustainability topics?
Yeah, honestly, I was finally able, and I went with Andrew to the New Hampshire Food Bank. And I see Eileen, you're on this call. Thank you so much for joining. That was one of the more eye-opening portions of it, just being in a physical center and seeing how it actually works out. It kind of changed your perspective on things. And that was really eye-opening, and just hearing all the information that Eileen was able to provide us, and which will be able to help FoodShare develop and grow. That was just really eye-opening, kind of something that, you know, you don't really forget about. So it was a great experience.
I'm glad to hear you're able to have that experience. Thank you, Maddy.